Today, from Dublin, Ireland, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. As we'll see Drew Brees and the Dublin Antlers taking on Matthew Stafford and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Antonio Dreadnoughts and the Dublin Antlers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at these Dubliners entering play here. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's...
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Jakeem Grant now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Jakeem Grant on the return.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, the former Purdue Boilermaker. It's Drew Brees.
Total relentlessness of consistency. Almost like a machine. If you watch him in practice after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I started calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever defense does during a game, he absorbs it and then uses it against them as the game moves on.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Brees on third down. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Jalen Richard. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
Okay, just to make sure I'm clear, you have not voted for NFL MVP yet, correct?
I always wait till the end. I always wait till the end.
I do the exact same thing, but let's just be honest here. Does he still have a shot? Here we are, Week 16.
Yeah.
He's in the race, but is he really there?
Yeah, I think he needs a little help. It's fringe. Don't you agree?
I agree. I think he needs a lot of help. People have to play poorly down the stretch around him in terms of the other people who are the candidates, and he needs to be absolutely beyond spectacular. I think it's going to be really, really tough. But you know something? Being his team MVP, that's not such a bad thing, is it?
No, and he has been great for this team, no doubt about it. 8 quarters to prove himself. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Their own 14-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, they just take them one game at a time, right?
Yeah, they have to. And look, the thing about cliches, they've been proven over time. All right, we know that. So, yes, take it one game at a time, but make sure that there's no let up, no getting off the gas, right? No mental letdowns, because each one is important for them to accomplish their goals.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
This play started with the protection. You have to have it to give your quarterback time to let routes develop downfield. And then it's on him to locate an open man, and he does just that. Play callers love 4 vertical routes because receivers can be open at any time downfield, often for big gains.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Marcel Darius. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to John Ross. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Singletary. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Singletary, the ball carrier. Jonathan Allen on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Finding room at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught by Waller out left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Stafford. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 29-yard
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Ito Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a toss right to Smith. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he connects with Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
1st and 10.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And 4 at the 5-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ito Smith. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jalen Richard now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 27.
Back out comes San Antonio. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
A first down carry for Smith. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Breeze going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Stafford. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
A gain of 15.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. On the counter, this is Singletary. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, San Antonio.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Solomon Thomas make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Reception here by Ruggs. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On third down, they go with Singletary. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Brees now on first down. Pressure comes and down he goes. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Smith. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Here comes Richard on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10. at their own.
Back out comes San Antonio. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Receiver, the ball.
Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd and 9. Stafford, man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Darius Leonard in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Stafford. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
That keeps the score.
Here now a look at Drew Brees in our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. But the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright when he's been up, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Intercepted. They'll take over.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Back out comes San Antonio. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They go right back to Singletary. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They will run with Singletary. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Joey Bosa in on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Breeze now to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing now is Breeze. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Ertz over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. They'll run on first down. It's Smith. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Joe Smith. That's good.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Smith. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Olivier Vernon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford caught out left side by Robinson.
Stafford's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the play. But it's third.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. Now this offense ready to head back out there. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But you're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary, being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now to right out of the playoff race. If things go in the wrong direction for them, they've got to take care of business.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep it with Smith on first down. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them. And they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Well, first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the San Antonio first down.
To throw is Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing again is Stafford. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out right at the 35. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So they bring out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. This one caught by Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
57, Mike, 57. Let's go.
On first down, Breeze. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They go back to the ground with Smith. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score Antlers 10. Dreadnoughts nothing.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 10. A minute 53 remaining. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Now Stafford. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. From the gun, here's Stafford.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
3 yards the gain there, second down. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a desperation throw deep down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance. It just was unsuccessful.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for the home team here, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.